Solana has done it again! From smashing daily transaction records to generating incredible revenue figures, Solana continues to prove why it's one of the most exciting and innovative ecosystems in the blockchain space. Over the past few days, starting around 18th of January 2025, we've witnessed a historic surge in activity across the network, with $35.5 billion in daily DEX volume, as confirmed by the graphs, and some users on X even claiming it hit $39 billion. The weekly total reached an astounding $89 billion. This milestone underscores not only Solana's technical powers but also its growing adoption and real-world utility. This explosive growth has been driven by a meme coin frenzy, with tokens like Trump and Melania taking center stage, resulting in Solana's record-breaking daily revenue of $56.5 million. In this video, we'll dive deep into the numbers behind Solana, unpacking its unmatched scalability, record-breaking volumes, and the impressive economic potential of its ecosystem. Whether you're a developer, an investor, or simply blockchain curious, these stats will reveal why Solana stands out as a true game changer in Web3. Let's get started. And I want to kick off with a big one. Since July 2024, according to the Electric Capital report, Solana has been the #1 ecosystem for new developers, attracting more fresh talent than any other blockchain. Let's explore what makes Solana a developer's paradise through these compelling metrics. Solana was conceptualized in 2017 by Anatoly Yakovenko and officially launched its mainnet beta in March 2020. But what makes Solana tick? Let's talk numbers. Stack size is limited to 4 kilobytes per transaction. When it comes to heap size, the limit is set at 32 kilobytes. Program-derived accounts, or PDAs, can store up to 10 kilobytes of data. Each account on Solana can be as large as 10 megabytes. Each instruction can interact with up to 20 accounts. Number of instructions per transaction is kept at 64, based on practical average, assuming each instruction uses minimal compute units and data. But more complex instructions, for example invoking multiple CPIs, will reduce this number due to higher compute and data usage. These foundational limits define how much data and complexity a single transaction or program can handle, ensuring balance between flexibility and performance. Solana is known for its speed. Here's what that looks like in numbers. Starting with how deep the rabbit hole of CPIs goes. You can have up to 4 levels of cross-program invocations in one transaction. That's like one program calling another, which calls another up to 4 times. CPIs are limited by compute units, with a cap of 1.4 million compute units per transaction. This translates to roughly 10-15 CPIs per transaction depending on complexity. Up to 65,000 transactions per second in peak conditions, with a baseline around 2,400 TPS. Confirmation time is under 1 second, with some transactions confirming in just 400 milliseconds. As we already know, each transaction can use up to 1.4 million compute units, with a default limit of 200,000 per instruction. Average transaction size equals to 250 bytes. These metrics showcase Solana's ability to process high volumes of transactions at lightning-fast speed, ideal for applications like DeFi and NFT marketplaces. The backbone of Solana is its robust infrastructure. Over 4,000 RPC nodes ensure the network's operations. More than 1,000 of validators contribute to security and decentralization of the network. Solana operates with 4 clusters: mainnet beta for real-value transactions, and testnet, devnet, localnet for testing and development. Validators earn approximately 0.03 Sol per block produced, incentivizing network participation. And average uptime exceeds 99%. This infrastructure ensures resilience, scalability, and reliability for developers and users alike. Time on Solana is measured in epochs and slots. An epoch on Solana lasts about 2 days, which equals 432,000 slots. Slots occur every 400 milliseconds, with each leader handling 4 consecutive slots before rotation, totaling 1.6 seconds per leadership cycle. It takes less than a second for Solana to finalize blocks, often within 1 or 2 slots. Every 432,000 slots, Solana adjusts the epoch schedule to maintain smooth and reliable performance. This slot and epoch mechanism, paired with proof of history, enables Solana's high throughput and low latency. Each block on Solana is packed with data. Each block contains approximately 200,000 hashes. For communication across the network, the MTU is set to 1,280 bytes per packet. Blocks on Solana typically range from 50 to 100 kilobytes in size. It takes less than a second for blocks to spread throughout the network, keeping transaction speed high. These metrics highlight Solana's ability to handle large amounts of data efficiently while maintaining network speed. Transactions on Solana are designed to be both fast and cost-efficient. Base transaction fee equals to 5,000 lamports per signature, adjustable with network congestion, while on Ethereum transaction fees often range from $5 to $50. Priority fees typically range within these numbers. During peak congestion, cost of sending 1 Sol is under $0.00025 at typical fee rates. Solana collects an estimated 50,000 Sol per day in transaction fees, much of which is burned to regulate supply. Each transaction can include up to 1,232 bytes of data. This limit ensures that transactions are small and efficient enough for high-speed processing. This affordability makes Solana attractive for developers building scalable applications. Now let's zoom into Anchor program development. Each CPI might cost you between 10,000 to 20,000 compute units. Remember, you've got 1.4 million to play with per transaction, so use them wisely. While the max size is 10 megabytes, efficient programs aim for smaller sizes, often under 1 megabyte. Processing an error costs around 5,000 compute units. Program deployment is approximately 0.01 Sol per kilobyte. For developers, these metrics are crucial for writing optimized and cost-effective smart contracts. Solana's growth trajectory is impressive. Over 360 billion transactions were processed since the Genesis block, and this number keeps growing. Block size is up to 128 megabytes per block, enabling massive data inclusion. Solana consistently averages over 50 million transactions per day, which includes both validator vote transactions and user transactions. Validator vote transactions are lightweight. They're generated by validators to record consensus votes. They account for a significant portion, around 80–90% of Solana's total transaction volume. User transactions include token transfers, smart contracts call, and program interactions. They typically make up the remaining 10-20% of total transactions. This split shows that while Solana handles massive overall transaction volume, user transactions are a smaller subset. In case you're wondering how 50 million transactions per day matches Solana's famous 65,000 TPS statement, it's important to note that it is a peak capacity metric achieved under optimal conditions. The average TPS on Solana, excluding the surge due to memecoins, typically ranges from 150 to 200 TPS for user transactions. However, including all types of transactions, this average can be around 3,000 TPS, based on the typical volume of 50 million daily transactions. During peak times in early 2025, Solana achieved over 1,500 TPS for true user-initiated transactions. Taking about daily transactions volume on 17th of December 2024, Solana set a record by processing 66.9 million transactions in a single day. This record was soon eclipsed on 23rd of December 2024 with a new peak of 72.8 million daily transactions. While I anticipated Solana might break another record during the recent meme coin surge in mid-January 2025, the highest daily transaction count during that period was 68.1 million on 20th of January. Even so, this remains an incredible demonstration of Solana's scalability and capacity. With such unmatched potential, Solana is well positioned to continue surprising us with even greater milestones in the future. Through initiatives like Fire Dancer, the network is aiming to support over 1 million TPS under optimal conditions. These numbers reflect both Solana's current capabilities and its vision for the future. Solana's community and opportunities are unparalleled. The ecosystem boasts over 2,500 monthly active developers, showcasing a vibrant community of builders. There's been an impressive 500% increase in job listings throughout 2024, reflecting the demand for skills within Solana. Average salary of Solana Anchor Rust Dev equals to $150,000 per year, with top earners reaching up to $250,000. Over 3,000 projects have been launched in the Solana ecosystem. 50% retention rate fostering a stable community. More than $600 million has been raised for projects submitted to Solana hackathons, underlining the financial backing available for innovators. Solana's hackathons are legendary, with the most recent one seeing over 10,000 participants, and the number of participants has grown by 200% since the first hackathon in 2020. These events have become pivotal for launching new projects, with the latest hackathon, Solana Radar, receiving 1,359 final project submissions. This growth in participation shows not just interest, but also the ecosystem's capacity to foster and scale innovation. These metrics highlight the vibrant and thriving nature of Solana's ecosystem. From CPI depth to anchor program optimization, these numbers gave you a detailed look at Solana's design for speed, efficiency, and developer friendliness. Thanks for watching. Bye!